Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Rowe. We're looking in Geometry Part B. This is this is the graph in the coordinate plane. So we're circles in the coordinate plane. We're going to look at just a few examples here, similar to the ones in the lesson, because we seem to be struggling with this just a little bit. Don't make this harder than it actually is. So let's take a look at some examples here. So here's an example. I want to take this equation, I want to graph it in the coordinate plane right here. So what do? Well, in order to graph, I need to know two things. I need to know the center. I need to know the radius. So those are two things I've got to know. Well, the center is HK. And remember that the form is x minus h squared plus x minus k squared equals r squared. So if it says plus right here, for example, I know I'm going to have to change that sign because this is a minus sign. So my center is going to be 5, -1. I'm going to find my center. I'm going to plot that point. So that's I'm going to make my dot real big. That's at 5, -1. So +5, -1 is right there. That's my center. And then I need to find the radius. Well, the radius, if that's r squared, that means I need to take the square root of that. So the square root of 2 or square root of 4 is 2. That means my radius is going to be 2. So how do I figure that out? So what I want to do is I want to count from the center 2 spaces in all 4 directions, kind of like the compass directions. So for here, I'm going to count 2. 1, 2. I'm going to go the other way. 1, 2. I'm going to go up and down. So up 2 and then down 2. You notice every time I start from the center, and then I'm just going to draw my circle. I'm going to cheat a little bit because I've got a thing here that I can move over. I'm going to fit that right over and change it to size. And there's my circle. And that's graphed. But you can actually do that if you have Word or some other program that you use to do your work. You can do the same thing just like that. So that's how you graph these in the coordinate plane. So here's another example. This one's a little bit different. I'm trying to show you an example similar to the ones in the lesson. Same process. I need the center. I need the radius. Again, the center is the HK. Remember, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So my center, if that's +2, then I know that my h is going to be -2. There is no number next to y. So if there's nothing there, nothing is 0. So that's going to be my center, -2, 0. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plot my point at -2, 0. So -2, 0 is right there. And then I'm going to find my radius. My radius is the square root of 36. It's 6. And so I'm going to count 6 units and all 4 directions again. So let me change my color and let's make it blue this time. I'm going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And then 6 units and 6 units. And again, I'm just going to take my circle and I'm just going to draw the circle. If you're freehanding, you just draw the best circle you can freehand. I'm going to pull my image over and then fill in where I need it to go. So that's about it right there. And there's my circle graphed. And finally, one more, just to make sure I give you one similar to each one you have in the lesson. Again, I need HK. HK, and my center is 4, 5. And my radius, the square root of that, which is 3. I'm going to plot my radius, which is 4, 5. So 4, 5. Make sure you plot them in the correct order. I'm going to count 3 units in all compass directions. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then just grab your circle, draw it. And again, I'm not going to take off because your circle is not perfectly round, but I will take off if the center is in the wrong spot and you haven't really given me an indication that you know how big the radius is. So that's how you do these. This is the last, I think it's actually 7, 8, and 9 in the lesson. And if you still struggle with these as you're doing these, please let me know in a teacher message or make an appointment for a help session.